There you go.
Oh man.
That's not the city. That's not the smoking.
Pretty unreal. I've never seen that in person, but that's
Breakfast in the canyons.
yeah.
I've never been there yet either.
Sounds lovely. It's no corn crib though. That's a very good question. I'll let you know if I ever find out. What's old Greg have to say right now? Oh!
Round. There we go.
Your Lincoln College designated hitter, number 16, Sam Judah.
Randy, you will like the new guy's walk-up song. The pitcher Ryan Mitchell.
Yeah.
He's got Inagata Vida.
All right. That's cool. Now we need somebody to smoke on the water.
Yeah.
Cool Steppenwolf.
Good old Shover went back to all along the Watchtower.
Ooh. Those are my
So-
favorite songs. Yes. Nice shot. Good one. Oh, bad.
You did.
Bad.
With Dick's Reed.
Yeah.
That's it, fans. On your feet. Sam Judah got the first hit of the game, and you know what that means. Everybody wins. Be on the lookout for your Dick's Sporting Goods coupon. Be sure to visit their location at 200 North Greenbrier Drive in Normal. Remember, every season starts at Dick's.
Are you ready to make yourself a priority and get active as a family? The newly renovated Four Seasons Health Club offers over 150 fitness classes, 2 pools, basketball and racquetball courts, and an indoor track. You or your child play sports, including for the #1 sports performance training program in America. Visit the PIT, which is open to the public. The court is trained based on the NBC program, which is a nationally recognized strength and conditioning program focused on food reproduction and maximizing results.
Jacob Seeger. Jacob Seeger.
I
need the lights on now.
Or the Pit on Facebook. Four Seasons Health Club, the official training facility of the Normal CornBelters.
Eisenberg Chicago style pure beef hot dogs are the official hot dog, broad, and sausage provider for the Normal CornBelters. Since 1929, 4 generations of the Eisenberg family have proudly produced the finest hot dogs and sausages. Fans everywhere love the bold, beefy taste of a juicy Eisenberg hot dog. Get yours at the concession stand today.
You come on now, we're like, you got another time.
I think he was standing in the fun zone when
But what if one of your crew is Ken Jones?
down in the office.
Go right into the leadoff batter.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Leading off the second inning for the Grays, third baseman number 5, Greg Bachman.
He's just walking right there. Jake, can you hustle down there, buddy? The umpires are asking again. So what? Everything else is going around.
Can you go over to Suite 209 after 8 o'clock? Excellent. Kid birthday.
This foul ball brought to you by Atlanta Mortgage. Check them out on the web at www.centralillinoismortgage.com. And be sure to cheer on Drew Province. After 10 strikeouts, you get a free slice of pizza and Rosati's a normal, available with dine-in only while supplies last. Shortstop number 2, Donald Blunt.
It's like maybe now it's cut.
What was that, Jacob?
This next
I
half
can't tell if they're on or not. It's still too late.
this next half inning, the second food for ad, I'm going to incorporate that into the veggie race part. So we can bag the second one. I'll just do the read that I've got with veggie race.
The icing I licked off my finger was pretty tasty. So I assume the cake would follow suit.
I don't like chocolate, so at least you got the right place.
Where are they sitting?
Right next to on the table right there.
Oh. Yeah, that's good.
Left fielder number 14, John Minucci.
I think I'm gonna put the bus driver in the bleachers tomorrow.
Pretty good.
It's too loud.
Put it down. What's the last section down here?
Like 116 or something.
That's good.
15 or.
That'd be good for him. Catch a ray or two. Oh, shit. Designated hitter number 20, Cameron Monger. You guys win a game last night. They start thinking they can hit. Center fielder number 22. Let's put your hands together for Roman Hernandez. Yeah, right there. It's dead now. Yeah, I think it might have hit me before it stuck me before I killed it. Oh, I killed it.
With one out, CornBelters had runners on first and second. Rays took advantage of a little wildness from Drew Province in the first inning to get their run on the board. CornBelters are hoping to do something similar to Keith Picked here in the second. With the Grays leading 1-0, one out, Lucas on second, Hernandez on first. Left-handed hitting, Tyler Shover steps in. 68 batter. Righty on lefty. The usual open stance for Shover, somewhat up in the box. The 1-0. That's low. 2 balls and no strikes. Just a really, really nice night at the Corn Crib. You're not going to get many better. It's going to be glorious tomorrow night, too. Just a few degrees warmer. Not anywhere close to jacket weather. Might be in the 60s by the time we end tonight. This is outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Time is taken by the catcher, Vaughn, to go out and talk to Picked again. No activity in either bullpen. Picked gets some counsel from Michael Vaughn. Gateway Grizzlies lead the Lake Erie Crushers 3-0 top of the third. Evansville Otters lead the Rockford Aviators 2-0 bottom of the third. Joliet Slammers leading at Washington over the Wild Things 2-0 top of the fifth. Schaumburg Boomers leading the Windy City Thunderbolts 2-0 bottom of the second. In Crestwood and the Traverse City Beach Bums, River City Rascals tied at 2 in the bottom of the second at TR Hughes Ballpark. Downstairs, ball four. 3 straight walks have loaded the bases for the CornBelters. This brings up Osney Guillen. This time a 4-pitch walk. Well, you got to make some hay out of this. Guillen bats from the left side. The bases are loaded. All 3 reach via walk. Picked first delivery to Guillen is swung on and popped foul out of play to the left. Somebody made a play out there. Good job. Lucas at third, Hernandez at second, Shover at first. All handed free passes. 1-0 Grays. Belters with an opportunity here. Picks 0-1. Skims the shoe tops of Guillen, just missing the laces. And it's a ball and a strike. The CornBelters second baseman, Pat McKenna, placed on the 7-day injured reserve list today. Second time he goes on the shelf. They still just can't get the proper treatment or effective treatment for McKenna's back and sciatic problems. Downstairs for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike to Guillen. So McKenna, that is retroactive to the 11th, retroactive to Wednesday. So McKenna would be eligible to play again, if able, this Wednesday, which would be just day 2 of a road trip. So we'll see how that goes. If McKenna is available, the game is in Joliet Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so he may not travel the team the first day. This is hit the other way into shallow left center, and it flares in for a single at least. In comes Lucas from third base. Station to station baseball. Just blooped one in, and Guillen gets the run batted in. And the Belters have tied the game at 1.
Right fielder number 27, Mark Mikowski.
Osney Guillen with his 6th run batted in. Lucas scores, Hernandez to third, Shover to second. Now Guillen on at first. Bases are still loaded. Now comes Jeremiah Nackstedt, Garrett Bauer, the pitching coach. Nackstedt is the bench coach. Kyle Raines, the manager. And again, no activity in the Grays bullpen. Conversation between the battery and the pitching coach on the hill. The infielders stay at their positions. But the bases are all occupied by CornBelters. Well, here's Mark Mikowski, top of the order for the CornBelters. Conversation over. Coach back in the dugout. Catcher back behind the plate. Lays down a sign for Pict, who nods to it. And the first offering from Mikowski is low for ball 1. 87-mile-an-hour fastball. Bartlestein's not squeezing. Those pitches are off the plate. It looks like he's been pretty solid back there. Mikowski flew to center to lead off the CornBelters attack in the first inning. Lefty up in the box. Picked the righty, has his sign. Runners take short leads. Mikowski fouls it to the backstop. A ball and a strike now. Hernandez at third, Shover at second, Guillen at first. Inside for a ball to Mikowski. 2 balls and a strike. This is a bounding ball that finds its way through the middle. Base hit. Hernandez scores. Throw to the plate is up line. Shover scores. CornBelters get a 2-run single from Mark Mikowski and have opened up a 3-1 lead.
Make some noise for shortstop number 12, Santiago.
He into second base. First and second now for the CornBelters. Santiago Chirino, 272 hitter. First pitch is high at 87 miles an hour to Chirino. That's righty against the righty picked. Chirino grounded to third in the first. CornBelters offense, second best in the Frontier League. Needs to get to this Grays hurler. Popped up, but it will reach the seats on the first base side. Evens the count to Chirino, the shortstop for the CornBelters tonight. Ball and a strike. CornBelters have 2 men on the injured list right now. Michael Schweiss still on the 14-day injured list. Treatment for his arm, and now McKenna returns with the back problems to the 7-day list. The 1-1 is a curve inside corner for a strike. 1-2 to Chirino. Belters got 3 runners on base via walks, and all 3 of those scored. With consecutive singles from Osni Guillen and Mark Mikowski. Guillen drove in 1, Mikowski drove in a pair. 3-1 CornBelters still batting in the second with 1 out. First and second for the Belters. Curve, swing and a miss. And had a hard break to it, and Chirino swung over it for the second out. First strikeout for Pitt.
Schwartz.
Brings up Mike Schwartz. He walked in the first. So Schwartz's average remains at .314, second on the club. Infield at normal depth all the way around now, with Mikowski at first and Guillen at second. 2 outs. The first pitch swung by Schwartz and fouled out of play. To the left side. Over to the McDonald's Little Jewels Kids Fun Zone over there with the big bouncy house and the big inflatable corny. On the third base side. Zoo ladies over there just painting up faces right and left. 1 strike to Schwartz. Righty on lefty. Schwartz, big cut, vicious cut, in an 85-mile-an-hour offering. And Schwartz finds himself in the hole, 0-2. Schwartz had mayhem on his mind with that swing. Thought he had a good pitch to hit. Did not connect. That Champaign Pride baseball team they're having a fun time out there on the left field lawn. A few blankets out there tonight, as well as in right field. No balls, 2 strikes to Mike Schwartz. Again, hops off to his lead at second. Mikowski, decent lead at first, not being held. Pick taking a while. His 0-2 is a curve outside. Found the back door closed. A ball and 2 strikes to Mike Schwartz. This one bounces in, smothered by Vaughn, so no advance. Runners stay at first and second. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Schwartz.
Clap your hand. All right, now, we're going to do the basic step. To the left.
So a pretty interesting story on MLB.com. There have been some really solid catches. I talked about Hernandez's 2 catches last night, Judah's catch, all saved runs. But MLB Advanced Media has a StatCast that tracks players and their routes to balls, to fly balls. This is popped up, foul ground behind home plate. Does Vaughn have a play? No, it reaches the seats. It remains 2-2 to Schwartz. Well, StatCast looked at the Pirates' Andrew McCutchen and the Dodgers' Yasiel Puig. Well, McCutchen, as the story goes, is quick, smooth, and polished, and Puig is just flat out fast. And they showed how McCutchen took a perfect route to a baseball for his spectacular catch, and Puig, out in right center, just used speed. And he had a maximum speed on his highlight reel play of 21.1 miles per hour. Pitches very high and back to the screen, and that will get back to the wall. And that is a wild pitch, says official scorer Pete Berry. Puig at a maximum speed of 21.1 miles per hour going after that fly ball. That's more than 10 yards per second. It's 9.43 meters per second. That's quick. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now second and third for the Belters on the wild pitch. Guillen to third and Nikowski to second. Full count to Schwartz at the plate with 2 outs. Schwartz hits one to left center field. Could be some trouble, but ranging underneath it and making the catch while still on the run is center fielder Chris Ellison. Well struck, but the Belters frame ends, but they take advantage of 3 walks in the inning. All 3 that reached on the free pass came home to score. They scored 3 times on 2 hits, no errors, but 3 walks in the frame, and 2 runners are left on base. We played 2 at the Corn Crib, and Normal CornBelters have surged out to a 3-1 lead over the Frontier Grays. And you're listening to Normal CornBelters Baseball, presented by Illinois Corn Farmers.
State Farm, this is Kristen.
Wow, it's 3 a.m. You guys really are always there for me 24/7. That's like better than my mother.
Better than who?
Mom, get off the phone.
Where was this person when you needed your diapers changed? Mom, maybe I should go.
No, Kristen, please stay. Mom, please get off the phone.
Or when you needed to be tucked in bed till you were 15 years old.
Okay, Kristen, I'll call you back.
State Farm is there for you 24/7, like no one else. Get to a better state. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM today.
All right, guys, grab a Miller Lite and huddle up. Before we take Section 212 of the stadium by storm, I would like to say a few words. Not just anyone can leave the Parkers and the jerseys behind and show what fans are really made of.
Just to lay our body heat between us and the elements and the great taste of Miller Lite.
Are we going to shiver? No. That's right, because we're die hard. Go team on 3. 1, 2, 3, go team! Miller Lite, a light beer that's never light on taste. This is our time. It's Miller time.
If your car is a flexible fuel vehicle, you can fill up with
CornBelters Baseball brought to you by Meyer, Central Illinois Ag, Miller, Coca-Cola, State Farm, Advocate Broman Medical Center,
Fans head to the concession stand.
and also, of course, the Illinois Corn Marketing Board and the Illinois Corn Growers Association with CornBelters Baseball presented by Illinois Corn Farmers. Greg Hallblad with you on a beautiful night, just beautiful night. Oh, they're enjoying it down in the scout seats. Those are the first 2 rows of seats in the 2 sections behind home plate. Special price, you get all you can eat and drink throughout the night. Just saw our good buddy Sierra carrying a load of drinks down to the front row. With a smile. She peeked into the booth on her way down there. Zach Tanner takes strike 1 as Drew Provins goes to work now with a 2-run lead. Here in the third, Chopper over the mound, charging Torino, gets to it and throws on the run just in time. Gets Zach Tanner by a half step. That's a nice play by Torino.
Right fielder number 8, Joe
Brings
Rapp.
up Joe Rapp. He walked in the first inning. 3-1 CornBelters. Walks have played a big part of this game already. Robbins walked a pair after a one-out double to Tanner, allowing Tanner to score on a sac fly when the bases were loaded with those 2 walks. CornBelters loaded the bases with 3 walks issued by Keith Pick for the Grays. And got singles from Osney Gein and Mark Mikowski to bring all 3 home. Gein drove in 1, Mikowski drove in a pair. Vaughn with the RBI for the Grays, and there's where we sit, 3-1 CornBelters. So we're in the top of the 3rd inning, strike 1 to Rapp. Hitting .278, this one a fastball a little low. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. So speaking of the majors, as we were a bit ago, let's go to the scoreboard. Cubs leading at Philadelphia 2-0, top 7. Blue Jays leading in Baltimore 2-0, bottom 7. Top 7 in Detroit. Twins lead the Tigers 1-0. Red Sox lead the Indians 5-3, top 6. Pirates lead the Marlins 6-2, top 6. Just getting started in the Bronx, the Padres and the Mets. Not the Bronx. And
this foul ball brought to you by Atlanta Mortgage, giving you loans for your dreams for the last 20 years. Contact them at 309-664-4400.
Fouled on a roller over to the CornBelters dugout. Rapp has a 2-ball, 2-strike count now. It was a short night last night, let's put it that way. Maybe I'm not fully awake. Boys got in about 6 a.m. from suburban Cleveland. Reds lead the Brewers 1-0, bottom of the 2nd. The Braves lead the Angels 4-1, bottom 4. Royals lead the White Sox 6-2 in the bottom of the 2nd at U.S. Cellular Field. Fouled out a play to the right, and the count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Joe Rapp. Cardinals lead the Nationals 1-0, top of the 4th, and there are 4 late games on this Friday. The Yankees are in Oakland, the Diamondbacks are at Dodger Stadium, the Rangers are in Seattle, and the Rockies are at San Francisco. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Shover gloves it just above the sprint turf. Robbins records his 3rd strikeout. 2 outs, nobody on. Chris Ellison walked in the first inning, so no official time at bat. Hitting .231. 4 homers, 11 runs batted in. First offering is right there. Good slider at 84 for strike 1 to Chris Ellison. Left-handed hitting, member of the Grays. Out of Norman, Oklahoma. Fouled back for a strike, 0-2. We are portable. I tell you this all the time, and the reason I tell you is because I have more and more people tell me that they're listening at games. When we have people that follow the CornBelters on the road, as we did last night, you can still listen to the CornBelters. Do it at home, too, for that matter, and you can use your tablet or your smartphone, kind of like a radio. Heard from someone who did that last night in suburban Cleveland at Avon, Ohio at All-Pro Freight Stadium, was listening to the game. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Over the top of a roller, and Ellison goes down on strikes, and Province now with his 3rd strikeout. Province, in usual form, seems to be getting a little stronger as time goes on. But last night, they were listening. We had a CornBelters fan listening at All-Pro Freight Stadium. It's generally about 4 to 5 seconds behind. So on a baseball game, that's doable. Rays go down in order in the 3rd. CornBelters lead 3-1 as we go to the home half of inning number 3 at the Crib in the second Fireworks Friday. You're listening to normal CornBelters baseball.
You read a lot about food nowadays, how it's grown, how safe it is, or isn't. And then it hit me. I wasn't hearing much from the people actually growing our food. I mean, farm families are eating this food and drinking this water too. So wouldn't you think they'd want it to be safe? So I've been paying attention to conversations that include family farmers. I want my family's food to be safe, affordable, and sustainable, and I've learned that the people growing it want exactly the same thing. Learn more at cornfarmerscoalition.org.
A message from Illinois corn farmers.
Food gives us energy, and it takes energy to grow it. And today's corn farmers are using less and less. Onboard GPS systems eliminate wasteful overlaps for more precise seeding and fertilizing. New tillage methods reduce trips across the field. The energy used to grow a bushel of corn has dropped by 37%. So farmers aren't just growing corn to provide energy for our bodies, our livestock, and our cars. They're saving energy in the process. Discover more at cornfarmerscoalition.org.
A message from Illinois corn farmers.
Visit the Dearness Company stores on Washington and Robert.
CornBelters lead 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the third. CornBelters lead 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the third. I'm Greg Hallblide. CornBelters baseball presented by Illinois Corn Farmers. Keith Pick finishing his warm-up tosses. Will be facing 4, 5, 6 in the Belters order. Sam Judah, Aaron Bentley, and Richard Lucas. Tryout camp tomorrow, our second one. It starts at 8 a.m. Costs $75 if you come tomorrow. Of course, you can walk up. Costs you just a couple of bucks more. But if you did not pre-register, you may still attend. But remember, no metal cleats are allowed here at the Corn Crib, and you need to bring your own baseball attire, gloves, equipment, whatever you're going to need. But no metal cleats. Plastic only, molded cleats here at the Crib. Lincoln College designated hitter is Sam Judah, and he takes low for ball one. And Keith Picked, who's walked 4, struck out 1. 3 of the 4 walks have come around to score. And that was in the 3-run second inning. Judah fouls this one away to the right. A ball and a strike. So you can just show up here at the Corn Crib. Tomorrow night it is the State Farm Saturday. State Farm agents, employees, and policyholders can get half-price box seats every Saturday night at the Crib. Every home Saturday night for only $6. Curve is twisted down the right side. It'll end up foul beyond the CornBelters bullpen. Judah falls behind, a ball and 2 strikes. And then Saturday, it's the Heartland Bank and Trust Family Fun Day. Post-game autograph session down in the Greeters patio in the park, down in the right field corner behind the CornBelters bullpen. What's cool, of course, Sunday's Father's Day, and the dads can come out to the Corn Crib field and play catch for a half hour, 5 to 5:30. 6 o'clock game Sunday, 7 o'clock tomorrow night. The gates will open at 5 on Sunday, and at 6 tomorrow. This is fouled straight back to the screen. Would have been right in our lap, through the window. Were it not for that dastardly set of twine. A ball and 2 strikes to Judah. So dads can play catch with their sons or daughters or wives or brothers, sisters, broadcasters Sunday, from 5 till 5:30. Also what's cool tomorrow night is the pitch misses low to Judah. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Curve, Judah just spoils it. Reaches just to make sure, fouls it, and it rolls over to the Grays dugout on the third base side.
Night tonight here at the Corn Crib.
But tomorrow night is our 5th annual Girl Scout camp out. We do a camp out for the Boy Scouts and a camp out for the Girl Scouts after a CornBelters game. Tomorrow night it'll be the Girl Scouts' turn. They're going to watch a movie on the video board and camp out all night on the Corn Crib. High fly ball down the right field line. Twists into foul ground and out of the reach and the range of first baseman Pierce Logan and right fielder Joe Rapp. Second baseman Zach Tanner also gave it a sprint. He was last to the party. Two balls, 2 strikes to Sam Judah. Leading Belter hitter at a .333 clip. Pick's delivery is low. Full count. Judah leading off the third. Belter's leading 3-1. So that's always a cool thing. Now we'll clear the park out, including the Girl Scouts, and then let just people who belong in back in. Bounding ball to shortstop. taking a shoulder-high hop. Donald Blunt throws across to Logan Pierce in time.
Number 7.
Due to the first out of the third.
For Aaron Dudley.
Aaron Dudley grounded to second in the second. 3-run homer last night helps up the tone in this one. 299 hitter coming in with 12 runs batted in. That was his third homer hit last night. I see some folks enjoying Da Burger, which they put on special tonight. That's the crowning sandwich here at the Corn Crib, with hamburger and some bacon. Bounding ball taken to third, waiting for the clean hop over there was Greg Bachman. Chin height, grabs and throws in time. Dudley is retired for the second out.
For Richard
Lucas walked and scored in the second. Gray's got a run in the first. A double and 2 walks, followed by a sac fly by Michael Vaughn. Then 3 walks given up by Pick in the second, and 1 RBI driven in by Osney Guillen, and 2 runs driven in by Mark Bukowski on back-to-back singles by the pair. And that's where we sit. 3-1, CornBelters lead. 2 outs, bases empty. Bottom half of the third inning, and Lucas takes low for a ball. Well, now the whole Corn Crib surface is in shadow. Still some sunlight out on the lawn and the very top of the batter's eye. And the upper 3 planters of corn on the clubhouse walkway in right field. Over for a strike. Ball and a strike to Richard Lucas, 167 hitter, with 10 runs batted in. Lucas trying to get something started with 2 outs in the third inning. Picked winds and deals a fastball that misses inside at 88 miles per hour, 2-1. Then a week from tonight, it's Gary Allen in concert, along with Jamie Johnson. Tickets still available for that and all these games. Curve grabs the outside corner for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So for the next 2 games, any CornBelters game, we have birthday packages. We have the birthday packages, group packages. The picnic area is also a popular place. Lined up the middle, base hit. Richard Lucas with the 4th CornBelters hit.
Center fielder number 22.
Brings up Roman Hernandez. He walked and scored in the second. 9 runs batted in for Roman. Spanish is his primary language. This is the case with a couple of players on the team, including the guy at first base, the coach there, Alex Hidalgo. Rolled to second. Scooped by Tanner. His play is to first. Fires to Pierce in time. Hernandez is done. 2-out single. Stays in the base pass. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left, and we have played 3 at the crib. It's a CornBelters advantage of 3-1 over the Frontier Grays as we go to the 4th. And you're listening to normal CornBelters baseball.
Ready to cheer on your team? Before you do, make sure your bases are covered. Get to Meyer and pick up everything you need for a great outing, like officially licensed team apparel, caps, and collectibles. Plus all your favorite game day snacks, party trays, and beverages, all at low Meyer prices. From Sandlot games to the big leagues, it's summer, and that's something to celebrate. So get out with the crowd, show your pride, and score a home run on a great selection of sports apparel and party supplies, all at low Meyer prices.
State Farm, this is Jessica.
Hello, Jessica.
Hello, Jerry Newman, my former State Farm policyholder.
No, this is Larry Newman, inquiring for a friend named Harry, who wants to know about the discount double check.
Oh, sure. That's when we comb through your policies to make sure you're getting all the discounts you deserve.
Oh, that sounds glorious. Take me back, Jessica.
Jerry.
You've seen through my clever disguise.
The discount double check could save you hundreds. Ask a State Farm agent today. Get to a better state. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM today.
True Province finishes his warm-up tosses for the CornBelters as we go to the 4th. CornBelters lead 3-1. CornBelters lead 3-1.
CornBelters would like to wish a happy birthday tonight to Megan Gaines.
Frontier League scoreboard coming up in a bit. Freedom tied the game in the ninth. That game was sailing along and now goes to free baseball at University of Cincinnati Medical Center Stadium in northern Kentucky and suburban Cincinnati. So the Southern Illinois Miners and the Florence Freedom are tied at 1, and they're in the bottom of the 10th inning. Gateway Grizzlies lead the Lake Erie Crushers 7-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Evansville Otters leading at home at Bosse Field over the Rockford Aviators 2-1. Schaumburg Boomers leading at Windy City over the Thunderbolts 2-1, top of the 5th. Joliet Slammers leading in suburban Pittsburgh over the Washington Wild Things 2-1. We get to go to Consol Energy Park next weekend. Ground ball rolled to third. Richard Lucas, easy throw across the diamond in time. Vaughn retired on the first pitch. He has the lone RBI for the Frontier Grays, but heads back to the bench. Logan Pierce, the first baseman, grounded to second to end that first inning. 3-1 CornBelters as we are starting the 4th inning. Over for strike 1. Three runs, 4 hits for the CornBelters, a run on 2 hits for the Grays. Curve is outside to level the count to the first baseman, Logan Pierce, number 6 man in the Grays order for skipper Kyle Haynes. Downstairs for a ball. This is the road team. This is the traveling team. Got to have an even number of teams, so this is the 14th team. Frontier Grays in their 2nd year of existence. Came on when the league needed a replacement for the London Rippers, who had a brief existence in the Frontier League 2 seasons ago. Frontier Grays have been able to round things out and have been a traveling team, although they're based in Highland in the St. Louis area. Ground ball through the right side, base hit. Third hit for the Grays. First for Pierce. A 1-out single.
Third baseman number 5, Greg Bachman.
Greg Bachman struck out to lead off the second. But this year they established a broadcast. Of course, a traveling team, so they're webcast. Between a couple of fellows, Ross Simon is here, and he handles a lot of the St. Louis area ones, and then another handles the Chicago area ones, and of course there are others that factor in, obviously, and Ross said, well, he went to school at Miami University in Ohio, so he's going to head out when they go to Florence in suburban Cincinnati, because he went to school not that far away. Ball is inside. 2 balls, no strikes to Greg Bachman. So that's pretty cool. So, of course, the Grays fans, family, friends, and the like, would listen, of course, to the opposing broadcast, but the Grays established a broadcast this season. Top rated by the league. 2 balls and a strike now as the Bender grabs the knees. Deputy Commissioner Steve Tassler in the house, and he does a lot of the oversight for that team. This is fouled out of play, fought off to the right side.
Mortgage, don't foul up your next mortgage. Call Rebecca at 309-664-4400.
River City Rascals lead the Traverse City Beach Bums 6-4. Rascals top of the 4th at T.R. Hughes Ballpark. Little Fallon Moe. Catching you up on the circuit, swing and a miss. A big rolling 79-mile-an-hour curveball. And down on strikes goes Bachman. Got a piece of it, but he strikes out for the 2nd time tonight.
Shortstop number 2.
And Province has struck out 5. Province ran into trouble in the first inning. Gave up a 1-out double to Zach Tanner, then 2 walks to load the bases, allowing a sac fly by Michael Vaughn to score Tanner from third. But since that time, Province has allowed a 2-out double in the second and a 1-out single here in this 4th inning. This pitch misses for ball 1 to Donald Blunt. Curve is on the inside corner for a strike. 1-1 to Blunt. Greg's ground ball's a regular feature on the concourse. At about 6:15 on a 7 o'clock first pitch. Sunday we'll do it at 5:15. We'll turn that into an audio version as well on our pregame here. Tomorrow night, Pantograph beat writer Randy Reinhardt will be our guest, and we'll talk to Ross Simon out of the Grays broadcast booth on Sunday. Pop foul ground. If Dudley's able to get to it, just can't reach it in time. It's near the home plate areas of the CornBelters bullpen, but again, there's more foul ground in the Corn Crib than any other two parks combined in this league. Easily twice as much foul ground here at the Corn Crib than what we just saw at All-Pro Freight Stadium. 1-2 to Blunt. He grounded to shortstop in the second inning. Just looking earlier today at some of the activities that are being planned for the Frontier League All-Star Game, lined right at Lucas. Caught it chin high like it was thrown at him. That's coming up in the middle of July, the All-Star Game. It's Sauget, the Gateway Grizzlies home, Sauget, Illinois, at GCS Ballpark. Details are on the league's website at www.frontierleague.com, and there'll be more information on their social media on the Frontier League as well, on Facebook and Twitter at Frontier League. All right, sumo getting started, so we need to witness that. Step aside for the break. One out, single is stranded. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left, and we go to the bottom of the fourth. CornBelters lead the Frontier Grays 3-1. You're listening to Normal CornBelters Baseball, presented by Illinois Corn Farmers.
In 1898, we were just a one-man blacksmith shop. Today's Central Illinois Ag is the #1 multi-line equipment dealer, with locations in Atlanta, Clinton, Farmer City, and Mason City. The Central Illinois Ag team is the most progressive and innovative in the industry, offering the most advanced precision ag equipment, stocking a full line of parts, and providing the best service, support, and customer satisfaction. Central Illinois Ag is your #1 Case IH dealer. We know you demand more from your brand, yourself, and your equipment, driving us to deliver more support, expertise, and innovation. For Central Illinois Ag, Case IH offers the most efficient power in the field. Bigger, wider, faster equipment, innovative, and intuitive. Easier to use technology, cost-effective performance, and tools that fit the way you farm. Over 200 years of family ownership and pride, Central Illinois Ag truly is your one-stop dealership for all your ag equipment needs. Visit us at centralilag.com or call 800-762-2325. Multi-line equipment dealer with 4 locations.
Greg Hallbly back at the Corn Crib in Normal, Illinois for this beautiful Friday night on a Sefcu Fireworks Friday. Bombs bursting in air after the game over Brookie Pond over the first base side. If you are here at the game listening in, I get asked about that all the time. Hey, where can we find the broadcast? So happy to accommodate you.
Is your one-stop dealership.
Mention you can use your smartphone or tablet even at the game. The link is at www.normalbaseball.com on the homepage or on the schedule page. You can just click on the little microphone button on each game, or it is on the homepage of the league website, as are all the other broadcasts on that summary of the scores. Ground ball and a diving stop made at third base, and a nice play. Robbing Tyler Shover of a hit is Greg Bachman.
Second baseman, number 29.
Up the line, but he made the stop, and Shover is retired for the first out here in the fourth inning. 3-1 CornBelters. Osnick Ian, RBI single, got the first CornBelters run across in the second inning. Mark Mikowski on deck, pushed the other two across. 3-1 Belters here in the fourth. Ian hitting .310. That's now third on the CornBelters in the lineup for the 18th time on this season. This is game number 24. Strike one to Guillen, and he takes low for a ball. Osney, 6 feet 3 inches tall, 230 pounds. First year professional. The 1-1, chopped at the plate and then off of his bat again as he's in the box, so foul ball. 1-2.
Clap your hands. All right, now, we're going to do the basic step. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Right foot, left stump. Left foot, left stump. Cha-cha, real smooth.
Ball and 2 strikes to Osney. Bats left-handed against Keith Pick, the right-handed starter for the Frontier Grays. Curve very high and outside, evens the count, 2-2. Picked 67 pitches into this outing, 36 strikes, 4 walks, 1 strikeout, and he's given up 4 Belters hits. 1 to Guillen. The 2-2. Fastball hit hard to right field. Measuring it is Joe Rapp. He takes a couple steps in, makes the play.
Right fielder number 27.
CornBelters have hit a couple of balls hard. CornBelters are good for that at least a couple of times a game, 2 or 3 times a game. CornBelters have a couple of pretty hard hit outs. Seems like every game. Mark Mikowski now trying to get it started with 2 outs in the 4th. Flew to center in the 1st. 2-run single in the 2nd. Put the Belters up 3-1. Takes low and away for ball 1. Another left-handed hitter against the righty picked. Mikowski steps out now. Wants everybody to get reset. In case you just joined us, or in case you were listening in here at the park and kind of were wondering what's with the blue wristbands, it is awareness for prostate cancer. Fouled at the plate off the leg guard, I believe, of Steve Bartelstein, plate umpire. Ball and a strike. Mr. Darren Brown, Mr. D.W. Brown down on the base paths. Umpiring at first base. Ball and a strike. Fouled out of play. Tardy swing to the left. 1-2. But the blue wristbands are part of the Fans for the Cure prostate cancer awareness program, and they have a website, and they go to baseball parks all over the nation. Pro parks. I'm sure they do some college summer league parks. Ed Randall, broadcaster in the New York area, and also does some MLB TV stuff. 2 balls and 2 strikes now as that misses wide to Mikowski. Formed this. He is a prostate cancer survivor. Swing and a foul, just a tiny piece of it, a splinter on a seam, and Vaughn wasn't able to grab it. So Mikowski stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Information is at Fans for the Cure. It's the number 4, fansforthecure.org. Prostate cancer awareness, early detection is key. Ground ball to the left side. It saved Randall's life, he says. Long throw is just in time. Nice play by the shortstop, Donald Blunt. He just gets Mikowski at first base.
Question or concern? Be sure to connect with a member of our Connect Transit game day staff. They're conveniently located throughout the
Belters going over in the 4th. We head to inning number 5, CornBelters.
Customer service. Want to make sure you have an enjoyable trip to the Corn Crib.
On a 3-1 lead over the Frontier Grays, and you're listening to normal CornBelters baseball.
In September.
Brain and spine problems like stroke, tumors, neck injuries, and Parkinson's disease can be serious and unexpected. So it's reassuring to know Advocate Bowman Medical Center offers the highest level of neurosciences care in Central Illinois, with brain and spine neurosurgery available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Bowman Medical Center's neurosciences expertise brings peace of mind. Learn more at advocatehealth.com/Bowman/neurosciences or call 1-3093-ADVOCATE.
Early detection is key in the fight against breast cancer. Advocate Berman Medical Center is proud to offer a new 3D digital mammography for a faster, more accurate read. 3D mammography provides improved accuracy, leading to earlier detection of potential abnormalities, fewer callbacks, and less anxiety. And with no physician referral needed for an annual screening mammogram, they've made it easy for you to take charge of your health. To make an appointment, call them today, 855-456-JOURNEY, or visit storiesofthegirls.com.
State Farm, this is Jessica.
Hey, Jessica, Jerry Newman. Does State Farm offer more discounts to more drivers?
Yep, like the good driver discount.
So it's a discount for good, but not great drivers.
No, Jerry. We also have accident-free discounts.
You give people one free accident?
Not quite. There's also the multi-line discount.
For calling from multiple lines while driving.
You should never use a phone while driving.
I only make calls from my car when I'm stuck in a ditch or something.
Are you in a ditch?
Yes, I am.
State Farm offers more discounts to more drivers than any other insurance company. Get to a better state. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM today.
3-1 CornBelters as we go to the fifth. Drew Province finishes his warm-up tosses for the CornBelters. Thanks for being with us. Thanks to Kyle Madsen of the studio side of things for getting us back up and running on the internet side of things, on the audio internet side of things. Those who were, of course, many of you were able to still keep listening, following along, but those who were trying to listen in through www.normalbaseball.com had a problem early on, but just in the first inning, and I think into the second. But thanks to Kyle getting us back up and running so that everybody can hear us wherever you are. Strike one from Province, and then this misses wide to John Minucci. 9-1-2 for the Grays here in the fifth inning. Greg Hallbleib with you at the Corn Crib in Normal, Illinois. This is a fastball that drops below the knee. Slider, in fact, that drops below the knees. 2 balls and a strike. Trying a few different methods of transmission this year. Some of the things that we can use on the road now. Our infrastructure upgraded here at the Corn Crib. We can use them here. Sound prettier. Nice backhand stop by Richard Lucas. Just inside the bag at third. He throws across the diamond. Scooped by Dudley. So 2 nice plays at either end of that. Lucas to grab the ball and then Dudley to save the throw. 1 out. I feel things cooling off just a little bit, but it is still so glorious tonight. Gonna fire off some bombs bursting in air after our game, and hopefully after a CornBelters win. Hopefully after the 3rd straight win for the CornBelters, which has not been done this season. A little low for ball 1 to Cameron Munger. Leadoff man, he with the bushy beard, the designated hitter tonight. CornBelters looking for win number 10 tonight. They come into tonight's game 5 games out of first place, in 7th place, but only 5 out, behind the River City Rascals and the Gateway Grizzlies, who are tied on top of the division. Strike 1 to Monger, 1-1. This drops low, 2 balls and a strike. Also in the West, Schaumburg Boomers are in 3rd, but only a game and a half back. Julian Slammers 4th, 3.5 out. Tied for 5th, the Windy City Thunderbolts, only 4 out. Then the CornBelters 7th, 5 out. Washington Wild Things lead the East, a game and a half ahead of the Evansville Otters. This is Roland Fowl. First base side, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Monger. Southern Illinois Miners 2 out in 3rd place. Lake Erie Crushers 4th, 3 out. Lawrence Freedom 3.5 out in 5th. Traverse City Beach Bum 6th, 5 out. These Frontier Grays at 4-21 are 12.5 games out of first place behind the Washington Wild Things. The 2-2 is bat handled, foul out of play to the concourse on the right side. The CornBelters won back-to-back games for the first time on June 5th and 6th. Getting a win at Evansville and then coming home to defeat the Florence Freedom in the first game of the series a week ago tonight. This misses just inside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Then the CornBelters, of course, won back-to-back games in the final 2 contests over the Lake Erie Crushers out at All-Pro Freight Stadium in the last 2 nights, and are trying for their first 3-game winning streak of the season. The Grays had lost 9 in a row before winning last night in 12 innings at Southern Illinois. Came right to Normal after the game. The curve is high and away, and Province issues his 3rd walk. A 1-out walk brings up Zach Tanner. He doubled and scored the Grays' only run in the first inning. grounded to shortstop in the third.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, this path and homebound. Staring back, he has me.
Province finds his sign, throws to first on a quick spin move, but not much of a lead over there for Monger. He's back safely ahead of Dudley's tag. Zach Tanner, 1 for 2, as we mentioned, with the only run for the Grays tonight. This is on the knees for a strike at 85 miles per hour. On the first pitch to Zach Tanner. So just a brief little 3-game homestand against the Frontier Grays. Tomorrow at 7 on a State Farm Saturday and a Heartland Bank Family Fun Day on Sunday. And this hits Zach Tanner. Tanner jogs down to first base. I plunked him on the hip.
Right fielder number 8, Joe Rapp.
Joe Rapp walked in the first and struck out in the third, and Province has a little trouble to get out of now. A pair of free passes got him in trouble in the first inning, and now a couple of one-out free passes here in the fifth to put runners at first and second. And the meat of the order up, Joe Rapp with a .278 average, second on the team, and the RBI leader with 14 at the plate. CornBelters lead 3-1, 1 out in the fifth with 2 aboard. For the Grays, line to left. It's a base hit. They're going to hold the runner at third. It got out there in a hurry, and Judah fires it back. Schwartz fires it back to the diamond.
Center fielder number 4, Chris Ellison.
And the bases are now loaded. Monger on third, Tanner at second. And now Rapp at first. Chris Ellison, the cleanup hitter, walked in the first, struck out in the third. But the bases are full of Grays. Here in the fifth with 1 out, the Belters clinging to a 3-1 lead. Province, ground ball, hit to second. Chirino flips to Guillen for 1. The relay throw is not in time. A run scores. The flip to Guillen was high. Guillen had to bring it down and find the bag and hurry up and spin the throw to first. And he got it there, but couldn't get it there with an easy turn, and that pushes a run across. 3-2 now. The CornBelters lead shrinks to 1. Monger scores. Tanner goes to third. Runners are now in the corners with 2 outs. Michael Vaughn, sac fly RBI in the first. Takes a strike. That is Ellison's 12th RBI. And once again, a walk came around to score. Walks have been hurting both pitchers tonight, as they usually will. Over for strike 2. So Province babbles back and quickly gets ahead of catcher Michael Vaughn, 0-2. Province's delivery, swing and a miss. Got him to chase a slider along the way. That's a good battle back. Province got himself into trouble, but got himself out of it with limited damage. The CornBelters maintain a 3-2 lead. But the Grays score a run on a hit. No errors, 2 left. We go now to the bottom of the 5th inning. We're halfway done with the clip. The CornBelters lead the Frontier Grays 3-2. You're listening to Normal CornBelters Baseball.
If you're like me, and I think you are, when you hear the word farmer, you think of some middle-aged man, am I right? But the U.S. Department of Agriculture says that more than 30% of farm operators in America are women. That's about 1 in 3. It made me realize that I really don't know what's happening on today's farms. If you thought you knew what corn farming was all about, I'm guessing you'll be as surprised as I was when I visited cornfarmerscoalition.org.
A message from the Illinois Corn Growers Association and the Illinois Corn Marketing Board.
Food gives us energy, and it takes energy to grow it. And today's corn farmers are using less and less. Onboard GPS systems eliminate wasteful overlaps for more precise seeding and fertilizing. New tillage methods reduce trips across the field. The energy used to grow a bushel of corn has dropped by 37%. So farmers aren't just growing corn to provide energy for our bodies, our livestock, and our cars. They're saving energy in the process. Discover more at cornfarmerscoalition.org.
A message from Illinois corn farmers.
CornBelters this inning, because if one of them gets a home run into the target in the bed of the Barker GMC Sierra in right field, our Barker GMC fans of the game, Andy and Kelly Nelson, will leave here with a brand new truck. Want to register to be the Barker GMC fan of the game? It's not too late. Head to the Park Regency fan information booth located behind home plate, or drop by Barker Buick GMC Cadillac. Maybe at the next game you could be walking away with a new truck.
3-2 CornBelters. We go to the bottom of the fifth.
Leading off the fifth inning for your CornBelters, shortstop number 12 makes some noise for Santiago Chirino.
Chirino bats right-handed against Keith Pitt. On for his fifth frame. Bullpens are quiet, both managers. Haynes and Carey would love to be able to go a little deeper and rest the bullpens. Again, everybody will have a day off on Monday, the Grays and the Belters. Ball one to Chirino. He takes downstairs, ball two. Chirino 0 for 2, grounded to third in the first, struck out in the second. Each team with 4 hits. Belters scored their 3 runs in the second, drawing 3 walks to Pick, and all came home. Bounced through the middle, between the legs of Pick, who couldn't get the glove down in time. And out to center field. It's a leadoff single from Chirino.
Fielder number 18,
his first hit of the night.
Here for Mike Schwartz.
Mike Schwartz walked in the first, through to center in the second. 19 runs batted in to lead the team at a .314 average. Schwartz bats left-handed, picked the righty, looks in for his sign. Delivery to Schwartz, grounded back toward the middle and off the pitcher, off his leg, within his reach as he runs down to the right of the mound, picks it up, and flips to Pierce, his first baseman, for the out. Chirino goes to second base. Sam Judah doubled in the first. He was the last hitter of the first inning. Schwartz was on first, having gotten on with a walk, and Benny Gans tried to score him from first base on a double that bounced off that fence at the CornBelters bullpen, and right fielder Joe Rapp delivered a strike to the plate to Vaughn to cut down Schwartz by 10 feet. They're checking out Picked. The ball clubbed him. Hit hard right back at him. Still surrounding the hurler. Just may need a second or two.
Fans, Valerie Horvey is the winner of the Fans for a Cure CornBelters team autograph bat. You can pick up your bat at the fan info table. Again, that's Valerie Horvey.
They're going to let Pick throw a couple as the skipper comes out to the diamond just to make sure that he's okay. Does a couple of warm-up tosses and nods his head. Says that he's ready to go. So now Sam Judah steps in, 1 for 2. CornBelters lead 3-2. Chirino's on at second base with one out in the fifth inning. Belters would love to get a little padding to this narrow lead. The two teams that are in seventh place in their respective divisions, the bottom two in the circuit, CornBelters on the rise, although the Grays got a win last night as well. Both teams coming off victories. Grays in 12 innings at Southern Illinois. The CornBelters, 8-5 winners over the Lake Erie Crushers. I still believe the Grays beat us back to normal, though. Pitches inside for ball one to Sam Judah. CornBelters, boy, Steve did a great job. I'm telling you, what a good bussy on that elegant limousine charter coach. But, there's only so much he could do. We had a 3-hour and 21-minute game last night. And we didn't get home until about 6 a.m. or get to the corn crib at that time. Line to left, and it will be caught on the run by left fielder John Minucci. Quickly throws to second, but Chirino's back. Boy, that looked like it had base hit written all over it, but it just carried out to Minucci, and he made the catch. And there's another hard hit ball that turned into an out for the CornBelters. 2 outs. Aaron Dudley steps in. Dudley a pair of ground outs tonight. Chirino at second with 2 outs. Dudley bats lefty against Keith Pick, the right-hander. Second-year pro. Fastball high to Dudley. So again, Gary Allen in concert a week from tonight here at the crib while the CornBelters begin a 6-game road trip. We've had a 6-game road trip already, but we were able to come home in between, but not this time. We're going to be gone 4 of those entire 6 days. Popped high in the air to right field. Finding it is Joe Rapp. No, now he lost it. He has no idea where it landed. It bounces in front of him at medium depth and right field. It looked like he had it, and then all of a sudden he had that panicked body language, and the ball drops onto the turf, and the center fielder Ellison has to come and get it. Meanwhile, Chirino comes around to score, and the CornBelters have increased their lead to 4-2. On at second base is Aaron Dudley. About a 250-foot double. But CornBelters aren't going to give it back, that's for sure. That's 13th RBI for Dudley. Chirino scores 4-2 CornBelters. Of course, I'm looking at the outfielder. I could look at the ball all day long, but that doesn't do any good. And then all of a sudden you saw that arms spread. Rapp just didn't know where it was. He'd lost it. And that thing was hit sky high. It was not your average everyday fly ball. It was way up in the stratosphere. Richard Lucas takes ball one. Outside edge for a strike to level the count. Lucas singled his last time up, walked and scored in the second, so he's been on base twice, 1 for 1 officially. 1-1 to Richard, right-handed hitter. With 10 runs batted in. Good time to make it 11. Low and inside. Two balls and a strike to the CornBelters third baseman, Richard Lucas. 4-2 Belters with a run in here in the fifth. Swings and misses. He had RBI number 11 on his mind. Comes up empty, though, and a fastball somewhere around the knees. 2-2. Gates open at 6 tomorrow, 7 o'clock first pitch. State Farm Saturday. State Farm agents, employees, policyholders can get half-price box seat tickets in every home Saturday night, and that's only $6. Box seat ticket. Pick steps off, now back on top. Lucas back in. Vaughn lays down the sign. The 2-2. Curve, fouled away. So State Farm Saturday tomorrow, and the Girl Scouts will camp on the Corn Crib field overnight Saturday. Boy, a lot going on at the crib this weekend. CornBelters tryout camp tomorrow, their second one, 8 tomorrow morning. $75 fee, no metal cleats. You have to bring your own baseball equipment and attire. The 2-2 to Lucas now with 2 outs. Dudley on second, fouled away. Count holds. And then Sunday morning, the Girl Scouts will pick up the tents and move on out. The CornBelters will play a 6 o'clock game on Sunday night on a Heartland Bank and Trust Family Fun Day with a post-game autograph session down at the Greeters patio at the park. And the dads can play catch on the field from 5 till 5:30. Happy Father's Day. The 2-2. Line to left, base hit. Round third comes Dudley. Ball rattles around in the left field corner. Lucas in at second base. An RBI double, and the CornBelters stretch their advantage to 5-2.
Center fielder number 22, keep the noise going.
There's RBI number 11 for Richard Lucas. And a nice at-bat, 7-pitch at-bat. Dudley scores, 2 in the 5th for the CornBelters. 5-2 CornBelters as Dudley and Lucas trade places. Hernandez takes inside for ball 1. Pick sets. Lucas at second. 2 in. Line through the left side base hit. They're going to wave Lucas. Here comes the throw from left field, and Lucas is out by 20 feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Corn Crib, sponsored by Illinois.
Boy, that's the second time we've had a guy waved around that was cut down on a play that wasn't even close at home plate.
We also want to send a special thank you to Sodexo Sports and Leisure for sponsoring tonight's.
But the CornBelters get a pair. RBI doubles from Aaron Dudley and Richard Lucas put the CornBelters back up by a 5-2 score. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. 2 runs, 4 hits, I'm sorry. No errors and 1 runner left on base. We go now to the 6th inning. The CornBelters lead by a 5-2 score, and this is normal CornBelters baseball.
In 1898, we were just a one-man blacksmith shop. Today's Central Illinois Ag is the #1 multi-line equipment dealer, with locations in Atlanta, Clinton, Farmer City, and Mason City. The Central Illinois Ag team is the most progressive and innovative in the industry, offering the most advanced precision ag equipment, stocking a full line of parts, and providing the best service, support, and customer satisfaction. Central Illinois Ag is your #1 Case IH dealer. We know you demand more from your land, yourself, and your equipment, driving us to deliver more support, expertise, and innovation. Through Central Illinois Ag, Case IH offers the most efficient power in the field. Bigger, wider, faster equipment, innovative, and intuitive. Easier to use technology, cost-effective performance, and tools that fit the way you farm. Over 200 years of family ownership and pride, Central Illinois Ag truly is your one-stop dealership for all your ag equipment needs. Visit us at centralilag.com or call 800-762-2325.
Five-two CornBelters. As the Belters got 2 in the frame, and Probably left some runs on the field now in both the first and the now fifth inning, but surprising decisions to wave runners home twice here tonight. But CornBelters also trying to force the issue. 5-2 CornBelters. And the Grays bat in the sixth inning. So Drew Province has his lead extended now to 3 runs. Outside for a ball. Province ran into trouble in the first and the fifth, and those are the frames in which the Grays scored, but only scored once. Walks got Province into trouble in both of those frames, though. Outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Logan Pierce, Greg Bachman, Donald Blunt up for the Grays. Two balls and a strike to Pierce. Three balls and a strike now as Province trying to get the inning started on top of a hitter. Left-handed hitting Pierce, the first baseman. Bounding ball foul over to first base. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
309-664-4400.
Full count to Logan Pierce. And ball 4, lead-off walk.
Third baseman number 5, Greg Bachman.
Woman, walking down the street, pretty woman, the kind I like to meet.
Brooks Carey had any colored hairs on his head, they wouldn't be for long. That's a lead-off walk that'll just kill you every time. Lead-off walk here in the 6th. Greg Bachman has struck out twice, so good spot in the order to just go after the third baseman. Carries a .234 average, but Province has had the best of this matchup now in the previous 2 times up and deals a strike at the knees to get things started in the 3rd time up for Bachman. Over for strike 2, so quickly works ahead of Bachman. No balls and 2 strikes. Chopper, third base, just fair, and it gets through Richard Lucas and down into the left field corner. On to third base goes Pierce. He's held up there. They'll call this a base hit. It was just inside the bag at third. Would have been a very hard play for Lucas. Second and third now for the Grays. Leadoff walk ends up at third base, and now a double by Bachman on an 0-2 pitch. Donald Blunt 0 for 2. Grounded to shortstop in the second, lined to third in the 4th to end the frame. And Province will go from the windup. The infield is back. Pitch is high for a ball. CornBelters with a 3-run lead, willing to concede the run on a ground ball. Ground ball to the right side. That will get a run home as Guillen flips to Dudley. And now it's 5-3. 1 out. Bachman moves to third. Pierce comes home.
John Minucci.
Blunt's 7th RBI. Leadoff walk came home. John Minucci, number 9 spot in the order, 1 for 2. He doubled in the second and was stranded. Way out in front of a big old rolling curveball at 80 miles per hour for strike 1. Over for a strike. Nothing in two now to Minucci. Flared out down the right field line. Playable. Caught by Mikowski. A step foul. They're sending the runner. The throw to the plate is not in time. He gets in with his hand. And the Grays cut this now to a one-run game.
Designated hitter number 20, Cameron Mongo.
Tested Mikowski's arm. Shover did a good job getting that throw and putting the tag down, but the ball was just hit too deep. Bachman scores, and now it's 5-4. Two outs. Base is empty now. They have appealed at third base, but they ruled the tag was legal. Steve Bartelstein, the plate umpire, is the one who has to make that call, and he also had to line up the play on the right field line, calling that fair or foul and catch or no catch. That's not the easiest thing in the world. You have to have good peripheral vision. The CornBelters decided to see if he had seen it, but the tag appeared to be solid. Fouled out of play. Province delivers. It's fouled back to the screen. Nothing in two now to Monger. A 281 hitter leads the Grays in hitting with that average. Just 3 runs batted in, though. Not often you see your DH in the leadoff spot, but that's what Kyle Haynes of the Grays has done tonight. Just cues this one back to the screen, spoiling it off. Cameron Monger holds tough at 0-2. Downstairs for a ball. Shover blocks it. No base runners aboard. A ball and 2 strikes to Monger. Pierce led off the frame of the walk. Went to third on a double by Greg Bachman and scored on a fielder's choice by Donald Blount. Bachman went to third, and then he came home in that sac fly by Minucci. So 2 in for the Grays. Grays last in the league in hitting at 233. CornBelters second at 263. Line to left field. That'll get down. Base hit. Schwartz gloves it and sends it to the diamond, and the Grays are still going to work here in the 6th. Their second hit of the inning. Their third base runner. The previous 2 runners have scored. Zach Tanner, 1 for 2 with a run scored. He was hit by a pitch in the 5th. CornBelters have activity up. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Tanner hitting 230, 2 homers. Pitches downstairs. Shover keeps it in front. Springs out of his crouch when he sees that extra step at first base by the runner Monger, but Monger holds still. Shover does not throw. 1-1 to Tanner with 2 outs. Monger on first. 2 in for the Grays, who cut it to 1. 5-4 Belters. Swing and a miss. Took something off, and Tanner was way out in front. 1-2. Blown away in a breaking ball. They've got the runner off the bag. The throw to first base, not in time. Good snap tag by Dudley, but just in ahead of the tag was Cameron Monger. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three.
Fans only 3 strikeouts left. Winner into 3 slides.
Drew Province with 7 strikeouts, but 4 walks, and the 4th of which came home to score after it was the leadoff walk in this 6th frame. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. CornBelters see their lead shrink to 1. 5-4. You're listening to normal CornBelters baseball.
State Farm, this is Jessica.
Hello, Jessica.
Hello, Jerry Newman, my former State Farm policyholder.
No, this is Larry Newman, inquiring for a friend named Harry, who wants to know about the discount double check.
Oh, sure. That's when we comb through your policies to make sure you're getting all the discounts you deserve.
Oh, that sounds glorious. Take me back, Jessica.
Jerry.
You've seen through my clever disguise.
The discount double check could save you hundreds. Ask a State Farm agent today. Get to a better state. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM today.
Ready to cheer on your team? Before you do, make sure your bases are covered. Get to Meyer and pick up everything you need for a great outing, like officially licensed team apparel, caps, and collectibles. Plus all your favorite game day snacks, party trays, and beverages, all at low Meyer prices. From Sandlot games to the big leagues, it's summer, and that's something to celebrate. So get out with the crowd. Show your pride and score a home run on a great selection of sports apparel and party supplies, all at low Meyer prices.
CornBelters baseball presented by Illinois Corn Farmers. Greg Hallblight at the crib in Normal. A 5-4 CornBelters advantage. CornBelters extended it to 5-2 in the 5th, but then the Rays get 2 more in the 6th.
Golfironwood.org today.
What up, Corn Crib? It's Big D and Bubba. Actually, that's Big D. And that's Bubba.
Keith picked back out for his 6th inning of work as the starters have gone the distance so far.
Man, hope you're enjoying the game and hope you enjoy our show. We're on Mondays.
891.
Celebrity guests, artists who
perform. Up for the Belters, Tyler Schober, Osney Guillen, and Martin Mikowski.
We do get corn. Corn is good. Big D and Bubba, 107.7 The Bull. You're home for 20 in a row country.
Leading off the 6th inning for your CornBelters, catcher number 5, Tyler Schober.
Tyler Schober bats lefty against Keith Pitt. Belters a slim 5-4 lead. No lead safe against any team in this circuit, it just doesn't seem. Schober takes outside for ball 1. High and away, picked misses, 2 balls and no strikes. Schober walked and scored in the 2nd, grounded to 3rd in the 4th. That misses low and away. 3 balls, no strikes to Tyler Schober. Now activity gets up in the Grays bullpen. And a 4-pitch walk to lead off the 6th inning, so turnabout is fair play as the CornBelters get a lead-off walk.
Number 29 makes some noise for Osney Guillen.
Who's Osney Guillen? 310 hitter with 5 runs batted in and a homer, which was hit at the corn crib, and now conference at the mound. Side of the dugout comes the skipper, Kyle Haynes.
Friday, June 20th at the Corn Crib in Normal. Special guests Jamie Johnson and Zach Lindley, the Rebel Daredevils. Gary Allen, Friday, June 20th at the Corn Crib. Kicks open at 5:30.
Whole infield surrounds this conference and is participating in it.
309-454-2255. Part of the Defiant Pioneer Summer Concert Series.
5-4 Belters lead-off man aboard here in the 6th inning. It is also 4-H night here at the Corn Crib. I don't know if I had mentioned that earlier. 4-Hers having a good night here on this Sefcu Fireworks Friday. And that's going to be it for a picked. He went 5+. 5 runs all earned, 8 hits, 5 walks. Just 1 strikeout, 94 pitches and 51 strikes. So it's a Julie call to the bullpen. We'll tell you who in just a moment as the CornBelters holding on to a 5-4 lead in the 6th. You're listening to Normal CornBelters Baseball.
Hi, this is Morgan Freeman. Has anyone ever said you're the picture of health? You look healthy, you feel fine, but that may not be the full picture. Colorectal cancer is the second leading cancer killer of men and women over 50. Since it doesn't always cause symptoms, you may not know you have it. The only way to know is by getting screened. Screening can find precancerous polyps, so they can be removed before they turn into cancer. This is one cancer you can prevent. Plus, screening can find colorectal cancer at an early stage, when the chance for a full recovery is very high. Talk with your doctor and get tested for colorectal cancer. Medicare and many insurance plans help pay for screening. Get screened. Make sure you are the picture of health.
A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Is a former CornBelter who takes the mound for the Frontier Grays. Jacob Liedtke was acquired by the Grays a couple of weeks ago. Liedtke, left-hander out of San Antonio, Texas. 6 feet 2 inches tall, 205 pounds. Released by the CornBelters during spring training and joins the Grays. This is his 6th appearance. All in relief, 7 1/3 innings pitched. No record at a 2.46 earned run average. 9 hits, 5 runs, 2 earned, 4 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Given up 2 doubles and a triple. Opponents hit .281. He was chatting with a few of his former teammates before the game. I even had a chance to say hi to him very briefly as the Grays were getting off their bus and coming into the clubhouse in the lower level here at the crib. Downstairs for ball 1 to Guillen. Liedtke, one of 4 lefties on the Grays pitching staff. Guillen gets the bunt down up the right side. It's a beauty. It's picked up by the first baseman, Logan Pierce, who fires to Zach Tanners. The second baseman wheels over, and Guillen completes the sacrifice perfectly as Shover moves up to second base. 1 out. Top of the order now, Mark Mikowski. Through the center in the first, 2-run single in the second, and grounded to shortstop in the fourth. 5-4 CornBelters. Belters batting here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 1 out, Shover at second base. Left-handed hitting Mark Mikowski. Left-handed throwing Jacob Liedtke. Fouled out of play for strike 1. Straight back and out toward the Barker VIP gate. What a beautiful night here at the crib. Temperature 63 degrees. We knew it would drop into the 60s. Tomorrow was supposed to be about 3 degrees warmer. 77 during the day and clear skies. 85 on Sunday. Maybe some late day rain, but looking at what they're projecting right now, the rain chance would be later. We might be looking over our shoulder at game time, but we'll just see. The Grays do come back here actually twice more, so, but we don't even want to think about that. Doubleheaders mess up the pitching. A ball and a strike as the conference now at the mound. Vaughn goes out to talk to Liedtke. I mean, sure, we would not lose the game off the schedule, but it's, you just, fewer doubleheaders you play, the better, really, and especially when you get later in the season. I know we have a couple more that are still scheduled, including when we go to Florence, Kentucky, in the Cincinnati metro area. Our lone trip there will actually comprise a doubleheader of a day-night variety. At noon, first game, and a 4 o'clock second game. All right, conference is over. The 1-1 now to Mark Mikowski. Chops it foul to the right side. A ball and 2 strikes. Shover at second base drew the leadoff walk, was moved to second on Guillen's sacrifice bunt. Belters leading by a run. 5 runs on 8 hits. Grays 4 runs on 6 hits. Grays come back in here just in a couple of weeks. 27th, 28th, and 29th in a weekend series. Part of a 6-game homestand. They'll be the back half of that. Just inside, maybe a little low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Then the Grays come right back in mid-July, 18th, 19th, and 20th. So we see them here 3 times. It's the first of 9 games against the Grays. Here tonight on this Sefview Fireworks Friday. 2,270 are crowd at the crib. This is outside for ball 3. Full count to Mikowski. 1 out in the 6th. Shover takes his lead at second. Leak is offering his fouled out of play, straight back again. We'll do it again. Tomorrow it is Cullen Babin for the CornBelters, 1-1 with a 2.16 ERA. The Grays will go with right-hander Lamar Ray. He was a late decision as far as his start. He will be making his second start and 6th appearance. Babin also his second start. 0-1 at a 7.65 ERA for Ray. And Mikowski coaxes the walk. It's a 7-pitch at bat. 2 walks end up on the base pass. 1 by Pipton now. 1 by his reliever, Jacob Liedtke. 2 aboard for the Belters with 1 out in the 6th. Normal leading 5-4. Here's Santiago Chirino. Grounded to third in the first, struck out in the second. Singled the lead off the 5th and came around to score. Chance to do some damage here. He has 6 runs batted in. Good time to add to that total. First pitch outside edge for strike 1 on an 85-mile-an-hour offering from Liedtke. Liedtke was a starter for a short tenure in his CornBelters career 2 seasons ago. Mostly his time has been out of the bullpen as he spent 3 seasons in the CornBelters organization. This is lined to right field. Will it drop? No. And the runners will have to hold as racing in to make the catch is Joe Rapp.
Left fielder number 18
2 outs.
makes some noise for Mike Schwartz.
Shover stays at second. Mikowski stays at first. Here comes Mike Schwartz to the plate. Belters on first and second, and 2 outs here in the 6th. Belters leading 5-4. Lines this one to right field. Base hit. They're waving 1 run home. Here comes Shover. The throw comes to third. In ahead of the throw. And the throw, as they have the runner picked off at first base, is behind. Nobody covering the first base bag, so that'll bring a second runner home. Mikowski scores. And Schwartz will go to second base. He had taken a big turn. The throw came to third and not the plate as the Belters scored a run to go up 6-4. But then from third base, they tried to get Schwartz returning to the first base bag, and Fierce couldn't get back there in time. It'll be an error on the throw. Schwartz he'll get 1 run batted in out of the deal, and the base hit, and he'll go to second on the error. Seven 4 CornBelters now. And that run will be unearned, that second one. Schwartz goes to third. Here's the throw. Not in time. Steals third. Sam Judah takes ball 1. Schwartz rolling the dice a little bit, but he realized he could get a pretty good read on Liedke.
We're going to do the basic step. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time.
Liedke, the lefty. Again, a little harder to read that runner at second base. Ball one to Judah. And this is looped to left field. Base hit. 8-4 CornBelters as Schwartz scores. Sam Judah with the RBI, his 17th. Schwartz, by the way, got his 20th RBI with that hit.
Dudley.
Yeah. Plastic girls everywhere. Hands in the air. So party over here. Shaking for the man of the year. Man of the year. Man of the year. Plastic girls everywhere. Hands in the air.
Aaron Dudley steps to the plate now for the CornBelters. He takes wide for ball one. Over at the knees for a strike, 1-1 to Dudley. Bats lefty against Liedke, the lefty. Dudley grounded out twice, but an RBI double in the fifth, and he came home to score. CornBelters now lead 8-4. Ground ball rolled softly to second. They'll go the short way to shortstop on the nice play by Tanner. He flips to Blunt. Belters are done as Judah is retired. But the CornBelters scored 3 times on just 2 hits. There were 2 walks in the inning. Both came home and 1 error. So out of the 3 runs, only 1 was earned.
Free screenings, breakout fitness sessions, a kids zone, cooking demonstrations.
But we head to the 7th, and the CornBelters get a cushion. 8-4.
We'll be talking about
they now lead as we go to the 7th inning, and you're listening to Normal CornBelters Baseball presented by Illinois Corn Farmers.
Brain and spine problems like stroke, tumors, neck and spine injuries, and Parkinson's disease can be serious and unexpected. So it's reassuring to know Advocate Broman Medical Center offers the highest level of neurosciences care in Central Illinois. With brain and spine neurosurgery available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're the only hospital in the area with neurotrauma services and an acute rehabilitation unit. And they're accredited as a primary stroke center, providing superior care and better outcomes to patients with stroke symptoms. Rest easy knowing Advocate Broman Medical Center has an outstanding level of neurosciences expertise when you need it most. To learn more, visit advocatehealth.com/broman/neurosciences or call 1-309-3-ADVOCATE. That's 1-309-3-ADVOCATE.
Heart disease is the leading cause of death in the U.S. and often strikes without warning. Those who think they're not at risk are sometimes at greatest risk. Take our online heart assessment at iHeartAdvocate.com. If it shows your risk is high, an Advocate cardiologist will see you within 24 hours. Advocate Broman Medical Center is proud to partner with elite physicians and offer world-class cardiovascular expertise. We take your heart health seriously. So visit us at iHeartAdvocate.com today.
Well, the Julie call in the bullpen as Jason Postel comes on for the CornBelters.
It's free.
Postel,
It's the law. Now pitching
no record, 4.26 ERA, his 8th appearance, 12 2/3 innings, 11 hits, 6 runs all earned, 4 walks, and 17 strikeouts, and the opponents are batting .224.
Leading off the 7th inning for the Grays, right fielder number 8, Joe Rapp.
Postel, P-O-S-T-I-L-L, 6 feet tall, 180 pounds. the Diamondbacks organization last season in the Arizona League out of Port Orange, Florida. Second-year pro. He is 25 years of age. Ball one to Joe Rapp. Ball and a strike. CornBelters own an 8-4 lead as we are in the seventh, just getting it started. Line drive to right center, and that will get to the wall. Rapp rounds first, heads to second. It's a leadoff double here in the seventh.
Center fielder number 4, Chris Ellison.
Chris Ellison, the center fielder, steps in now. Ellison 0 for 2 with an RBI. His fielder's choice RBI in the fifth. He'd struck out in the third, walked in the first. Ball one to Ellison. So Province through 6 innings. 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 4 walks and 7 strikeouts. We had him for 109 pitches, 67 strikes. Lived on the edge an awful lot, but is the pitcher of record as of right now. 2 balls and no strikes now to Ellison. Postel the righty, Ellison the left-hander. Takes a strike at the knees, 2-1. Curve misses inside at 79 miles an hour, just off the navel. 3-1 to Ellison. So be careful here. Again, the meat of the order. Ellison, the cleanup man. Number 3 guy, Rapp, led off with a double. He's at second. Nobody out here in the seventh. CornBelters lead 8-4. Outside, ball 4, a double and a walk. Get things started in the seventh. Not the way CornBelters would like to have it happen.
Catcher number 16.
The return throw gets away, but no harm. As the runners now are at first and second. Shover goes out to chat with Postel. Michael Vaughn steps in. His second game with the Grays, still looking for his first hit. Sac fly RBI in the first, grounded to third in the fourth, and struck out in the fifth. That sac fly was his first RBI with the Grays. First pitch, tardy swing, fouled into the CornBelters bullpen. No harm done there. Well, a little bit of trouble to get out of now. CornBelters haven't really been able to stand prosperity tonight. Curve is popped up on the diamond. Very high, but Guillen finds it. He gloves it. Makes a quick motion with an empty throwing hand to second base as he does
First
so.
baseman number 24.
Chirino comes over to talk to him, and Guillen just pushes him away. Infield fly was called on that anyway, so may have been why Guillen was having a little bit of fun. Thing is, an infield fly is not a dead ball, but everything is under control. 1 out. Logan Pierce steps in. Rapp on second, Ellison on first. CornBelters by 4, 8-4. We're in the 7th. Outside edge for strike one. Pierce grounded to second in the first inning. Singled in the 4th. Walked to lead off the 6th and came around to score. 2 leadoff walks have come around to score for the Grays here tonight. Line to center field. It's going to carry enough to get Hernandez to the ball in time to grab it. 2 outs.
Third baseman number 5.
Or from what we've seen from Hernandez this week, there aren't many balls in his patrol area that he will not find in his mitt. So odd to see that full moon out there too, and this is the lowest full moon that we'll see in a while, according to the astronomy people. As we look out from the press box, the moon is below the light standard, and as we look at it, it's only right now about 2/3 of the way up the light standard. Oh, we had a lot of people saying, oh my, it's Friday the 13th and there's a full moon. Let's hope the CornBelters can avoid those superstitions and come out with their 3rd straight win for the first time this season. Greg Bachman takes in and high for ball 1. Struck out twice and doubled and scored in the 6th. Belters lead 8-4. Runners at first and second for the Grays with 2 outs in the 7th. Right down Broadway for a strike, 1-1. Bachman bats righty, 5 feet 9 inches tall. He is the shortest Gray. Swing and a miss. A ball and 2 strikes. Hostel sets. Delivers. Bachman swings. Fouls it out of play deep beyond the CornBelters bullpen and the greeters' patio in the park. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Foster with another baseball. Here's 1-2. Lined at Dudley, who catches it. And tells Bachman, you ain't seen nothing yet, as the CornBelters get out of the 7th and the Grays come up empty despite a lead-off double. Fouled by a walk. Postel dug himself a hole and dug himself right out of it. It's stretch time here at the Corn Crib, and of course this is salute to the Armed Forces night as well. The CornBelters wearing the camouflage cap. All members of the Armed Forces present or past are being asked to rise and be recognized. And that's the round of applause that you hear. Amber Jones had our national anthem. And before we break, we'll let her serenade us with God Bless America.
And now if everyone else would please stand.
The CornBelters have an 8-4 lead here at the stretch here at the Corn Crib. Amber Jones with God Bless America. And this is normal CornBelters baseball.
America, land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountain to the prairies to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
And a round of applause for Amber.
Come on, guys. Before we head into that bar, and before we quench our thirst for Miller Lite, I just want to say how proud I am of you guys. We're here because we did everything we could to be together.
Because watching the game over at Miller Lite isn't optional. Fans don't get days off.
Oh, that's right. Can I get a go team? 1, 2, 3, go team! All right, then. It's Miller time.
I
Miller Lite, a light beer that's never light on taste. This is our time. It's Miller time. Great beer, responsibility.
Hi, this is Joel from Barker Chevrolet in Lexington. We've got the same prices, factory incentives, and rebates as those big city Chevy dealers without all the hype and all the pressure. Here's what Danielle from Normal has to say.
They just helped me and my family drive off in a new Chevy Traverse for the same price as those big city dealers. They were so much easier to work with. It was like working with family.
When you're ready for a new way to buy a Chevrolet, take the 10-minute drive north and see what small town values are all about. Or test drive us on the web at barkerchevy.net.
Well, we are properly stretched now here at the Corn Crib. Jacob Liedke back out for the Frontier Grays. Came on, one batter into the 6th inning.
Leading off the 7th inning for your CornBelters.
Has not given up an earned run.
Number 23, make some noise for Richard Lucas.
Brings up Richard Lucas to start things off in the 7th. The CornBelters leading 8-4, 8 runs on 10 hits. Grays 4 runs on 7 hits plus an error. Richard Lucas has reached base all 3 times. He walked and scored in the 2nd, singled in the 3rd, RBI double in the 5th. First pitch hit high in the air to right field, down the right field line. About medium depth, but getting there in time to make the catch is Joe Rapp.
Center field number 22, let's hear it for Roman
Hernandez walked and scored in the 2nd, grounded to 2nd in the 3rd, and singled in the 5th. So the Major League Diamonds finals starting to roll in. Cubs beat the Phillies 2-1. Cardinals beat the Nationals 1-0. Braves beat the Angels 4-3. Red Sox over the Indians 10-3. Twins beat the Tigers 2-0, and the Blue Jays shut out the Orioles 4-0. Rockies and Giants scoreless top 2nd. Top 3rd scoreless, Rangers Mariners. Scoreless top 2nd, Diamondbacks Dodgers. Top 2nd, Yankees lead the A's 2-0. Ball 1 to Hernandez. Tampa Bay Rays lead the Astros 4-1, bottom 7. Royals lead the White Sox 7-2, bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss for a strike, 1-1. Reds lead the Brewers 5-1, bottom of the 7th. Mets lead the Padres 3-2, bottom of the 5th. Pirates and Marlins are tied at 6 as they are going to the 10th in Miami. 2 balls and a strike to Roman Hernandez. A lot going on tonight. This is rolled foul on the first base side, 2-2. In 4-H night, it's our Salute to Armed Forces night, as we do every home Friday. Seth Q Fireworks Friday, as we're going to fire off some bombs over Brookie Pond and over the first base stands. Want some folks out onto the field to watch them. If you are in the park and listening, sometimes best if you're sitting on the first base side to either go to the field. This is just bounced right back to the pitcher, who deftly gloves it. Liedke over to first in time. 2 outs. Tyler Shover has walked twice and scored both times. Sandwiched around a ground out to 3rd to lead off the 4th. 8-4 CornBelters, 2 outs here in the 7th. If you're listening and on the first base side, you probably can either go out onto the concourse or even down on the field, or just move, either behind home plate or over to the third base side, usually a good way. Now, there's no breeze that's going to carry the fireworks in any distance, so they'll be fired off somewhat over the foul ground on the first base side. Left-handed hitting Tyler Shover deals against left-handed throwing Jacob Liedke, who misses high for ball 1. CornBelters got 3 in the 2nd, 2 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th. So 3 crooked numbers up there for the hosts. Gray's got a run in the 1st, a run in the 6th, run in the 5th and 2 runs in the 6th. Downstairs for ball 2 to Shover. Liedke has his sign from Vaughn. His 2-0. Shover swings. Liked it, but didn't get it. Pops it up, shortstop. Donald Blunt takes it, and the Belters are done in order in the 7th. To inning number 8 we go. The CornBelters have doubled up the Frontier Grays, leading 8-4
Thanks, Q.
You're listening to Normal Corn Belters Baseball, presented by Illinois Corn Farmers.
You read a lot about food nowadays, how it's grown, how safe it is, or isn't. And then it hit me. I wasn't hearing much from the people actually growing our food. I mean, farm families are eating this food and drinking this water too. So wouldn't you think they'd want it to be safe? So I've been paying attention to conversations that include family farmers. I want my family's food to be safe, affordable, and sustainable. And I've learned that the people growing it want exactly the same thing. Learn more at cornfarmerscoalition.org.
A message from Illinois Corn Farmers.
We've all seen those old Dust Bowl photos with precious topsoil blowing away by the ton. Well, family corn farmers have made those days history. Today, they leave corn stalks in the field after harvest and work the ground less to hold soil, nutrients, and moisture in place. In fact, corn farmers have cut soil erosion by 44%. The way family farmers are working to stop erosion and save our soil, well, it just blows me away. Discover more at cornfarmerscoalition.org.
A message from Illinois Corn Farmers.
Corn Belters Baseball, presented by Illinois Corn Farmers.
This call to the bullpen brought to you
Another
by
Julie call to the bullpen. Know what's below. Call before you did. Call 811.
OneCall.com.
As the Corn Belters get to the eighth, and that's Cole Brocker time.
Cole Brocker.
Brocker, the rookie out of Oregon State University, out of Appleton, Wisconsin, 6 feet 4 inches tall and 220 pounds. Brocker on for the 12th time. He is 1-0 with one save and a 1.71 ERA. 21 innings pitched. 10 hits, 4 runs, all earned. 9 walks and 25 strikeouts. He's given up 1 homer as his extra base hit. Opponents are batting 141. 8-9-1 he will face in the Frontier Grays order. Donald Blunt, John Minucci, and Cameron Munger.
Donald Blunt.
Third Corn Belters pitcher, Hostel, took over from Province in the 7th. Gave up a double and a walk, but then retired the next 3 hitters for his line. Brocker comes on in the 8th, and in a perfect world, Alan Oakes will come down and shut him out in the 9th. Although it would not be a safe situation if things stand pat. This fastball at 88 misses just high for ball 1 to Donald Blunt. He bats righty against the big righty Cole Brocker. Fastball fouled off the mid of shoulder. It bounces over where plate umpire Steve Bartelstein can just pick it up and hand it to the backstop. Ball and a strike. Corn Belters Baseball brought to you by Central Illinois Ag, State Farm, Miller High Life, Miller Light Coors, Coca-Cola. Curve outside corner and a beauty. Strike 2, 1-2. Corn Belters Baseball brought to you by Advocate Broman Medical Center, State Farm. By Meyer. And by the Illinois Corn Marketing Board and the Illinois Corn Growers Association. That's who presents Corn Belters Baseball. Illinois Corn Farmers, strike 3 called. A 76-mile-an-hour curveball that broke right down the heart of the plate and buckled the knees of Donald Blunt. He just stares down at the plate and looks out at Brocker as if to say, seriously, and walk back to the dugout. Curve is right there on the next hitter, John Minucci, for strike 1. Gotta say, I know we were climbing all over the frame of one umpire out in Avon, but Bartelstein has done a really nice job back there tonight. I think he's been exceptionally solid. Ground ball just foul at third base. Lucas was pointing at foul as well at third baseman just to make sure. Aaron Brown, BW, out on the base paths. He's held his own tonight as well. He's had a few things to handle this evening, but nothing of huge consequence. But good job by the guys in the black and gray. 0-2, just inside with a breaking pitch at 77, and you heard the fans thinking maybe, just maybe, but 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2, fastball rolled foul. First base side, Minucci, a spoil off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out in the 8th. Belters have a 7 o'clock game tomorrow night on a State Farm Saturday with the Girl Scout camp out after the game. And then don't forget on Sunday, it's our Heartland Bank and Trust Family Fun Day. Big curveball swing and a miss. He got a tiny piece of it to stay alive. Minucci still at a ball and 2 strikes. I think that got a piece of the umpire in the shin guard. Maybe in the foot on the protective shoe. 8-4 CornBelters. 1 out, top of the 8th. Frontier Grays left fielder John Minucci at the plate, number 9 spot in the order up. With the CornBelters leading, we'll give you the Frontier League scoreboard now in the 8th. Swing and a miss. Challenged him. 88-mile-an-hour fastball busted him inside. Strike 3.
Supplies last. Designated hitter number 20, Cameron Munger.
Swing and a miss as Cole Brocker increases his strikeout total now to 27. He leads the CornBelters pitching staff in strikeouts. 27 strikeouts in his 22nd inning of work. Here's Cameron Monger, top of the order. Fastball is low for ball 1. Monger struck out in the first, grounded to second in the second. Led off the 5th with a walk and scored. Singled in the 6th. 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Brocker always from the stretch. Deals one at the knees in the inside corner to even the count 1-1. Beautiful night at the crib. Yeah, a little cool, but not bad. Wind's just a little ripple, hardly anything. Beautiful offering, slider in the inside edge for a strike. A ball and 2 strikes to Monger. Brocker agrees to Shover's sign. Ground ball toward the middle. Diving stop made by Torino from the seat of his britches throws, but not in time. Don't think it got him any. It would have gotten him anyway. As Torino from his wallet threw.
Second baseman number 7, Zach.
And they went to the outfield side of the first base bag. Dudley knocked it down to prevent any farther advancement. It'll be ruled an infield single, the 8th hit of the night for the Grays. 8-4 CornBelters, 2 outs, top of the 8th for the Grays. 8-4 CornBelters, 2 outs, top of the 8th for the Grays. Monger at first, Zach Tanner at the plate. 1 for 3. Doubled and scored the game's first run in the second inning. Grounded to short in the 3rd, hit by a pitch in the 5th, but was stranded at 3rd, and then struck out to end the 6th, and he takes strike 1. His 1-out double got him on base, but then 2 more walks to Rapp and Ellison loaded the bases to allow Michael Vaughn to knock home Tanner with a sacrifice fly to center. CornBelters then made it 3-1 with 3 in the second inning. Downstairs for a ball and a strike to Tanner. Belters got 3 straight walks with 1 out from Keith Picht. Scored them all. 1 RBI single from Osney Guillen, a 2 RBI single then from Mark Mikowski. Made it 3-1 after 2. Grays cut it to 3-2 with a run in the 5th. High chopper to short. Up with it, Chirino. Chichi throws across in time. Grays are done.
Cool down this summer with Bloomington Park.
But the CornBelters extended it then from a 3-2 advantage with 2 runs in the 5th. Belters got RBI doubles from Darren Dudley and Richard Lucas, but then the Grays got 2 in the 6th.
Individual passes are just 20.
Leadoff walk to Logan Pierce, a double from Greg Bachman, and then an RBI fielder's choice ground out from Donald Blunt, and a sac fly from John Minucci. But the Belters came up big with 3 runs, 6th inning, only 1 earned run. Leadoff walk to Tyler Shover. Osney Guillen sacrificed him over. Mark Mikowski then walked. Mike Schwartz drove in Shover. Went to second on an error that allowed Mikowski to score, and then Sam Judah knocked home Schwartz. That's where we stand, 8-4. CornBelters with the lead as we now go to the bottom of the 8th for a little more insurance. 8-4 Belters. You're listening to Normal CornBelters Baseball, presented by Illinois Corn Farm.
We've all seen those old Dust Bowl photos with precious topsoil blowing away by the ton. Well, family corn farmers have made those days history. Today, they leave corn stalks in the field after harvest and work the ground less to hold soil, nutrients, and moisture in place. In fact, corn farmers have cut soil erosion by 44%. The way family farmers are working to stop erosion and save our soil, well, it just blows me away. Discover more at cornfarmerscoalition.org.
A message from Illinois Corn Farmers.
If you're like me, and I think you are, you believe the family farm has gone the way of the landline telephone. But according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, 95% of the corn farms in America are family-owned, growing 90% of America's corn crop. Tens of thousands of multi-generation farm families still doing what they've always done, only better. If you thought you knew what corn farming was all about, I'm guessing you'll be as surprised as I was when I visited cornfarmerscoalition.org.
A message from Illinois Corn Farmers.
Osney Guillen leads off the 8th for the CornBelters, who lead 8-4. Belters trying for their first 3-game winning streak, taking the last 2 games out at the Lake Erie Crushers' home in Avon, Ohio, and now hopefully on their way to a victory in the Game 1 of our series against the Frontier Grays. First of 9 games against the Grays this season. Of course, all of them here at the Corn Crib. The CornBelters would love to get 3 straight series, but 1 game at a time. Popped foul ground near the dugout and into the first row of seats next to the Grays dugout. No balls, 2 strikes to Osney Guillen. 8-4 CornBelters. Jacob Leake is still out there, by the way, for the Grays, the former CornBelter. Starters would factor in the decisions right now. CornBelters are getting Alan Oaks heated in the CornBelters bullpen, although this would not be a save. Oaks with 3 saves in 9 appearances. This would be his 10th and an 0.82 ERA, an 0-1 record. Now 0-1 was the blown save, his only blown save. League hitting 139 against him. Osney takes outside for a ball, 1-2. So the CornBelters hoping to set it up for Oaks to just shut the door. The 1-2 to Guillen from the lefty Liedke. Twisted the other way, deep to left field, but playable. It'll stay in the park about a stride in front of the warning track. It is caught by John Minucci for the first out.
Right fielder number 20.
Well struck, as they say in soccer. How fitting that the FIFA World Cup in day number 2 going on today in Brazil. It's the Hot Wheels car, the race car that's sitting on my mixer. That must be it. That my wonderful lady Karen got me out of a Happy Meal. This is hit hard to deep center field. Not going to carry that far, though, as it's gloved by center fielder Chris Ellison as Mark Mikowski flies out on the first pitch he sees from Liedke. Here's Santiago Chirino. Chirino is 1 for 4 tonight. That's righty against Jake Liedke. Good to see Jake, though. Glad that he's Still playing. Going on with the league's travel team, these Frontier Grays. Strike one, inside edge to Chirino. Rocking the delivery. Ground ball slowly rolled to shortstop. Up with it is Blunt. And throws in time. Belters go down in order in the 8th, but it's hold 'em and get game on and get a 3-game win streak. As the CornBelters lead 8-4.
$3 with respect.
The Grays have 3-4-5 due up. Rapp, Ellison, and Vaughn. 8-4 CornBelters as we go to the 9th, and you're listening to Normal CornBelters baseball.
All right, guys, grab a Miller Lite and huddle up. Come on, take section 212 of the stadium by storm. I would like to say a few words. Not just anyone can lead the Parkers and the jerseys behind and show what fans are really made of.
Just a layer of body heat between us and the elements and the great taste of Miller Lite.
Are we going to shiver? No. That's right, because we're die hard. Go team on 3. 1, 2, 3, go team! Miller Lite, a light beer that's never light on taste. This is our time. It's Miller time.
State Farm, this is Kristen.
Wow, it's 3 a.m. You guys really are always there for me 24/7. That's like better than my mother.
Better than who?
Mom, get off the phone.
Where was this person when you needed your diapers changed? Huh? Maybe I should go.
No, Kristen, please stay. Mom, please get off the phone.
Or when you needed to be tucked in bed till you were 15 years old.
Okay, Kristen, I'll call you back.
State Farm is there for you 24/7, like no one else. Get to a better state. Call 1-800-STATE-FARM today.
Ready to cheer on your team? Before you do, make sure your bases are covered. Get to Meyer and pick up everything you need for a great outing, like officially licensed team apparel, caps, and collectibles. Plus all your favorite game day snacks, party treats, and beverages, all at low Meyer prices. From Sandlot games to the big leagues, it's summer, and that's something to celebrate. So get out with the crowd. Show your pride and score a home run on a great selection of sports apparel and party supplies, all at low Meyer prices.
Alan Oakes comes on now for the CornBelters. The closer, not a safe situation though, in an 8-4 CornBelters lead. 6'3", 225-pounder out of White Lake, Michigan, returning to the CornBelters after setting the single-season saves record with 14 last year. Eight 8-4 CornBelters as the Grays go to work here in the 9th inning in their last wraps. Grays broke a 9-game losing streak with a 12-inning win last night in Southern Illinois. The CornBelters have won 2 in a row, taking their second straight series and their second series of the season. They're trying for their first 3-game win streak as Joe Rapp takes inside for ball 1 from Alan Oakes. Now over for a strike to level the count. Rapp walked in the first, struck out in the third, singled in the fifth, doubled in the seventh, 2 for 3 with a walk. Outside edge for a strike at an 88-mile-an-hour fastball, works the count ahead 1-2. Much of the crowd at 2,270 still here. Going to see some Suck-Q Fireworks Friday bombs bursting in air over the first base stands over Berkey Pond. Here on the edge of the Heartland Community College campus. Curve just a little bit high, and you heard the fans. They were ready to go cheering for that one. That's a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just a little high, says plate umpire Steve Bartelstein. A part of it is that you get 10 strikeouts, and our good friends at Rosati's in Normal, just down the road, here along Rab Road, will help you out. This is hit to right field. Fly ball caught by Mikowski for the first out. And there are 9 strikeouts. Province has struck out 2. And Cole Brocker struck out 2. They thought they had a little pizza coming their way with that 1-2 pitch. Turns into an out anyway. most important part. There's Chris Ellison. He bats left-handed, the center fielder. Walked in the first, struck out in the third. Fielder's choice RBI in the fifth, and then walked in the seventh. So 0 for 2, but with an RBI tonight. Cleanup hitter, batting .231, takes wide for ball one. Told you a little bit ago how we scored in this game. Gray's got a run in the first. Belters answered with 3 in the second. Gray's got 1 back in the fifth to make it 3-2. Belters, though, made it 5-2 with 2 in the fifth. Gray's cut it to 5-4. They got a pair in the sixth, but then the Belters pushed 3 across, 2 unearned in the sixth inning for our current score of 8-4. Over for a strike, 2-1 now to Chris Ellison. Just past the 10 o'clock hour here in the Central Time Zone. Actually, 2 past the hour now. 2 balls and a strike. Oakes from the stretch deals. Ellison couldn't hold up his swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Somebody's chanting pizza, pizza. Of course, a minor detail, the CornBelters are also leading right now. But that's all right. Let's get both of them. The 2-2. Chopped, foul up the third base line. It trickles and turns left. And the foul ball picked up by Richard Lucas. And Ellison trots back to the batter's box. Oakes readjusts the attire on the back of the mound while Ellison makes his way back to home plate. Told you I'd give you the Frontier League scoreboard. Haven't been able to do that just yet. Southern Illinois Miners beat the Florence Freedom 4-1 in 11 innings. Freedom had tied the game in the ninth. Rolled to third. Lucas up with it, and he throws in time. 2 outs. And now the Grays are down to their final out. Michael Vaughn, the catcher, sac fly RBI in the first, grounded to third in the fourth, struck out in the fifth, and popped to the second baseman Guillen in the seventh. Grays down to their final out. That'd be nice to get a strikeout. Just get some folks their Rosatis of normal. CornBelters their 3rd straight win. Vaughn, the number 5 hitter, takes low for ball one. Evansville Otters beat the Rockford Aviators 4-1. Upstairs for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Washington Wild Things, Joliet Slammers, knotted at 5 at Consol Energy Park in suburban Pittsburgh, and they're in the bottom of the 11th. Bottom of the 9th, tied at T.R. Hughes Ballpark, the home of the River City Rascals. Rascals and Traverse City Beach Bums are tied at 8 in the bottom of the 9th. 2 other finals in the books. Windy City Thunderbolts beat the Schaumburg Boomers 4-2, grounded through the left side, base hit. And the Gateway Grizzlies beat the Lake Erie Crushers 8-3. The fans aren't necessarily upset about that. They still have the chance of that 10th strikeout. 9th hit by the Grays. Pierce steps in. Logan Pierce grounded to second to end the first, singled in the fourth, walked to lead off the sixth and scored, and then lined to center in the seventh. 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Dudley holds Vaughn at first. Alan Oakes, fastball low for ball one. Righty on lefty. Pitch just outside and a little high. 2 balls and no strikes to Pierce. Pierce, the left-hander. Alan Oakes, the righty, and Shover asks for time and trots out to the mound to talk with Oakes just a bit. Brief discussion. Shover trots back behind home plate. Vaughn at first, 2 outs. Grays are down to the final out with the Belters leading 8-4 here in the ninth. A 2-ball, no-strike count to first baseman Logan Pierce. Deep in that left-handed batter's box, the righty Oaks delivers high. The runner goes. I don't know, you can give that a stolen base or defensive indifference. Dudley was no longer holding the runner, so probably just defensive indifference. 3 balls and no strikes, though. Oaks sets, delivers, low ball 4. 4-pitch walk, so now 2 outs, and now the last 2 have reached base. And there's still a bit of a cushion, but once again, that 27th out just seems to be the most painful one to obtain. Pierce at first, and now Vaughn goes to second with 2 outs. Greg Bachman struck out in the 2nd and the 4th. He doubled in the 6th and scored, and lined to Dudley at first in the 7th. 1 for 4 with a run. Bachman, a righty, takes right down Broadway for strike 1. That gets the fans happy. Oaks leans in, has his sign, straightens, sets, chest level. Here's 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And the Grays are down to their final strike. Infield just playing normally all the way around. No balls, 2 strikes to Greg Bachman, the Grays' third baseman. The 0-2, fouled out of play. And we do it again. 0-2 to Bachman. Oaks agrees with Shover and sets. The 0-2, ground ball, left side, backhanded by Chirino, and he goes to third and gets the runner. The momentum was carrying him that way. The CornBelters pick up an 8-4 victory, put that one in the bin, and for the first time this season, the CornBelters have won 3 in a row. The CornBelters with an 8-4 victory over the Frontier Grays. Final totals on this one in just a moment as the CornBelters won their 3rd straight, an 8-4 win over the Frontier Grays, and you're listening to normal CornBelters baseball.
Coming up short when it's time to pay the bills is a problem we've all had, but now it's time for you to catch a break. Borrow up to $1,000 and take up to a year to pay it back. Hi, this is Julie from Mid-Illini Credit Union. Beat the high-interest payday lenders with our new Catch a Break cash program. Just become a member, bring in 2 pay stubs, and catch a break from Mid-Illini Credit Union on Eastland Drive and West Market Street at any of our 12 free ATM locations or MidIlliniCU.com.
If you're like me, and I think you are, when you hear the word farmer, you think of some middle-aged man, am I right? But the U.S. Department of Agriculture says that more than 30% of farm operators in America are women. That's about 1 in 3. It made me realize that I really don't know what's happening on today's farms. If you thought you knew what corn farming was all about, I'm guessing you'll be as surprised as I was when I visited cornfarmerscoalition.org.
A message from the Illinois Corn Growers Association and the Illinois Corn Marketing Board.
You read a lot about food nowadays, how it's grown, how safe it is, or isn't. And then it hit me. I wasn't hearing much from the people actually growing our food. I mean, farm families are eating this food and drinking this water too. So wouldn't you think they'd want it to be safe? So I've been paying attention to conversations that include family farmers. I want my family's food to be safe, affordable, and sustainable. And I've learned that the people growing it want exactly the same thing. Learn more at cornfarmerscoalition.org.
A message from Illinois corn farmers.
Line up now at the gate.
CornBelters baseball presented by Illinois Corn Farmers. The Belters win 8-4 tonight here at the Corn Crib. A pretty nice outing. Drew Province had some struggles, but comes up with his first win since opening night here on this Friday the 13th with a full moon.
right, go ahead and open up the gates. Let the
As
fans
the fans are moving down onto the field now that the teams are headed to the clubhouse. Drew Province earned his first win since opening night with 4 runs on 6 hits, with 4 walks and 7 strikeouts. Keith Pitt goes to 0-3 and suffered the loss with 5 innings of work, giving up 6 runs on 8 hits with 5 walks and 1 strikeout. Let's look at the final totals before they start lighting the fuses here at the Corn Crib. For the normal CornBelters, they have 8 runs on 10 hits, no errors. They stranded 6. The Braves, 4 runs on 9 hits and 1 error, and they left 12 on base. Drew Province goes to 2-3 with the win. The loss to Keith Pitt, he goes to 0-3. No save on the game, 2,270 here to see it. The game was played in 2 hours and 57 minutes. CornBelters now get their first 3-game win streak of the season, the longest of the campaign. They improve now to 10-14, while the Grays fall to 4-22.